Well, good morning. Oh, I don't know if I like the tanks being off behind me, you guys. Gives it a little different look around here this morning. Well, good morning. Chewy was in here at 30 minutes ago. Still in you. What's up? Good morning. Greg. Love the music symbols. Scott. Chewy. Mike. What's going on, Mike? I have an idea for you, Mike. Well, actually, I have an idea for the Fish Fam for you, Mike. Accordions. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all think I don't sleep. Chewy, that man don't sleep. World's smallest fisher, what's going on? Oh my gosh, you lost your engagement ring. Lord, oh my goodness. Yeah, get a metal detector. Was outside walking the stroller and was picking up rocks. Oh no. Well, it would be worth a try just to kind of go over anywhere you went. Yes, world's smallest fish tank. That is what I use in most of my tanks now is play sand. You got to rinse it, but yes, that's what I use. And I like it. IHSP, good morning. Pool filter sand, play sand is really fine and you have to clean it. Or, yeah, it'll make your tank really, really cloudy. But if you have a hang on back filter and you use polyfill in the hang on back filter, I learned that it'll clean it up within a night. Or if you use one of those like power heads and put polyfill around it, it'll do the same thing. It'll help it. It'll clean it up like in a heartbeat. As long as you don't have something else in the tank that's stirring it up, because if you have something that stirs up digs or stirs up stuff, then it'll stay cloudy. But I think that's what was happening in this tank beside me, because now that the goldfish aren't in it, it's clear. But I think that when the goldfish were in it, it's just such a small tank that they were just keeping it, just they were keeping it cloudy. Dadgum, why can't I talk again? Y'all gonna begin to think that I can't talk at all. Fish dreams. Lori, good morning. Yeah, they are, but they seem to be doing really good in that big tank that I've got them in. And that's only temporary. That's only until this summer when I can get them outside. But yeah, you've been kind of MIA, IHSP. But we got to take time for the kids sometimes, right? Good morning, Lee. Hey, we all do. Believe me, we all do. Gina, good morning. Timbo taking it easy. I messaged you on Messenger about my crabs. You did? Um, Good morning, Kev. Are you
Good
okay?
morning.
Vinoski Tanks, good morning. Phone's talking. My phone has been moving on to other streams, and I don't know that it does it, and it just all of a sudden just pop up talking to me out of the blue. Phone's talking. All right, go check your fishes, Scott. Other streams, and I don't know that it does it. It just got an echo going, Kev.
Yeah, I was trying to. I don't know why my YouTube is being weird.
Uh-oh.
It like it. I have YouTube open, and I'm watching because I have both the pop out with the YouTube chat and then the actual video. And for some reason, when I'm on the chat, the pop up of the video goes away. So I can't close it out. So I just quit YouTube. So I hope that helped.
Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. And Bree emailed me, but
Is Bree in here? Oh, Bree.
Yeah.
Did you get the shipment? That's all I wanted to ask is if it came in. They said it was delivered. That's all I wanted to ask.
Timbo, I don't see it on Messenger. Usually I get my Messenger Facebook things, but I don't see one from you. Did you do it under mains or wait? Nope, that ain't it. That's Miles. That ain't it. That's the fish family. That ain't it.
If I can, Bree.
I missed your thing yesterday.
It's okay. I have a class in half an hour, so I don't know if I'll be able to, Bree, but I just wanted to make sure that you got the shipment in.
Well, now I'm curious. What'd you send her?
What?
I said, now I'm curious. What did you send her?
The shrimp she was gonna hold on to.
That's right. I remember that.
And it said it was delivered today. Like half an hour, 45 minutes ago. So I just wanted to make sure she received it.
All right, Mike, that'd be great. Timbo, if you don't mind emailing me, Miss Lori can put it in chat if she's got a minute. But email me instead of going through Facebook. I know I'll get it that way. I don't know why I didn't get it through Facebook. I usually do, but I didn't. So go ahead and just email me this time. Benoski Tanks, Jeffrey Watts, S. Kev's got the same look as you when you wake up.
What?
He said Kev's got the same look as he does, as you do. S has the same look as you do when he wakes up.
Yeah, it's been hard. So I've been doing a lot, so I haven't been sleeping a ton, and I'm a little bit exhausted after. But
I bet
it's good. It's fun. It's good work, but it's just.
I did watch that pick of the litter actually this morning. I did.
Oh,
it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Do you remember the American Bandstand with Dick? Yes, with Dick Clark. Well, he interviewed the band Red Rider in 1983 that wrote Lieutenant. Why can I see it? There we go. Didn't we go look at that one day?
Hey, Gina.
On here, or did we get sidetracked that day? I know we were going to. I'll have to go look that up later. I was waiting to see if Terry was going to wake up. We're supposed to be talking about Endlers today, but not that we ever have a topic or anything, but it was just working out that we were going to talk about Endlers. because he didn't want to jump down that rabbit hole yesterday. So I
That's
promised
what I
him
was
to do
gonna
it
say.
today.
I thought he didn't want to jump down that rabbit hole yesterday, but he said any other day.
Yeah,
I'm usually happy about talking about it. I
yeah,
can go on a rant for days.
yeah. Well, he said he'd do it this morning. So,
I love him. He's so funny.
oh yeah, they did their other hit, Human Race. Human Race. That sounds familiar. Human Race.
Bye, Bree.
Right, S? Gotta go to school, Bree? I'll check the email in a little bit. Oh, wait. I need your mom to let me know if she wants me to go to the post office and get a more definite shipment on that or not.
Okay, now I'm curious.
What? Oh, with Bree? They
Huh?
want me. We're talking about overnighting their fish,
Got it.
because they've got really, really good weather today and tomorrow. But on next week, it's going to get cold again. Hey, good morning, Big J. Oh, there's Mike. Good morning, Mike. Good morning,
Morning,
Mike.
There
Jess.
he
Morning,
is.
Kevin.
He's been an hour.
There you go.
How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Oh,
I'm not going to say what you're getting, Bree. Although I didn't know it was a secret, but okay. Okay. All right, you guys. So here's my idea for Mike, because Mike does a lot and is doing a lot with the website and everything for the Fish Fam. Oh, I have some ideas for that too, Mike. I got some people were
good.
throwing out some ideas last night, and I was writing them down. They didn't know I was writing them down, but I was writing them down. Like one of them we've already talked about is the birthday thing.
Yep.
Where did I write it down at? No, that's the question. This second thing is a wish list. Like, say, I want some more peacock gudgeons, but I want to buy it from the Fish Fam. And then
Right.
somebody
Okay.
from the Fish Fam has a batch of them, they're ready to sell. Then
Yep,
you can
yep.
go on that page and say, hey, I'm looking for some peacock gudgeons. Does anybody have any?
Good plan. Okay. I like that.
And then another thing is separate from the wish list is a like a Fish Fam plant exchange. So say somebody's got some plants that they need to trim, one of their tanks, but they don't want to throw the plants away, so they know people will want them. So they can get on there and they can list, hey, I've got these plants. Anybody want to do an exchange? You got something I want, I got something you want, like that.
I think I like that. I think I'll probably do it a little broader though, and just do an exchange of all sorts of stuff, not just not keep the plants, but canister filters and whatever else junk you want.
Well, you could do different sections too.
But but those were the three things that was talked about. I don't even remember what stream it was on. I think it was a late.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good. I have a bunch of techie stuff I have to do today. Actually, I've got more stuff on my plate than I should have, as usual.
And then dates. I know that Ed and James used to do, and I think that we're going to try on doing. It was more of announcements, is what they did or do.
Right.
But have an announcements page of like events, even if it's fish swaps or clubs that are meeting or like aquashellas, stuff that has to do with the Fish Fam, but it's updates or things coming up, I guess.
Yep. Okay, that's easy peasy. I think we'll probably end up with a lot of calendars. Off. Oh man.
Oh no! Don't say my pen's going out. No, these are like my favorite pens. Man. Okay. So the
Yeah.
second thing is, I would like. This is what I want. I don't know exactly how to do it yet, but I want the Fish Fam to help pay for you two's tickets to Aquashella.
That's cool.
That's what I want to do.
Actually, listen. Tickets aren't a big deal. We'll figure that out. It's the drive that's. Oh, and by the way, it's not 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad as 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes. I checked the log, but I actually I finally I've got some work
weekend pass, which is 85 for two. I mean, is what 85 for two is 190.
Yeah, we're only going to stay for a day. There's no way. I'm not going to do the hotel room thing and all that. We'll just drive up in the morning and hang out and drive back.
I want to, but I need to see with my parents.
Do what?
I want to go either to the Florida one, or I think the Florida one is in August, so I think I might be able to go to that one.
It's in June 12th, or June 12th.
Yeah.
Which one's in August then?
I don't know. Which one.
See, that would be good to have on that page.
Yeah, it would be good to have on that page.
As soon as we get done with the special edition for the aquarium cop stuff, I'm gonna start pushing to get y'all's. I guess so. It's not an 85 ticket then. It's a
$25. It's $25.
Yeah,
and it's not that big.
$25 for two. So
yeah, and I think more than anything, really, what I'm interested is tailgating. There's, everybody's going to be there, hanging around, milling around the parking lot and whatnot. And that's I want to go in and go look for a minute, but I probably won't spend a lot of time inside anyway.
Do y'all want
there is COVID.
Early entry at 11, or you don't want to go in until 1?
We're not going to go until late.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So 1 day pass, general admission, 1 day pass, $25 each, so $50. Cool. Well, as soon as we get done with the aquarium cop, that's what we're going to push for.
I appreciate
it. Y'all are, short on money. I mean, we get it.
Yeah, we're hurting at the moment. We got a little bit changing. I've got a couple little tech jobs, and I've been doing a lot of freaking pressure washing with Chuck, and so I mean, there's a little bit coming, but it ain't much. It's just, if
you're like me, it all comes at one time, and then you go dry for like months.
Well, it's a real change of lifestyle for us, because we were making $100 an hour, last year. So yeah, and now we're not. So
hey, so I'm trying to ship these fish to Bree and Miss Sandy overnight. And we're trying to figure out the cheapest way to do it, right? Well, somebody was talking about shipping airline. Is it cheaper overnight?
Yes.
How do I do that?
Down by near your local airport, there are air freight offices. You just have to look them up. Just Google air freight offices near me. And there are, each airline has an air freight office, and you can call them. You don't have to go there. Call them, tell them what you're shipping, and they'll tell you how much it's going to be. And basically, it's you actually have to drive to the airport, but you package it up, drive to the airport, put them in the hands of the air freight clerk, and they'll ship them to their local airport. And then they have.
Is that going to be cheaper though, Mike?
What's that?
Is that going to be cheaper?
So
it is way cheaper.
We're looking. The reason I say that is because we're looking. It's got to get there overnight because of their weather up there. It can't go past Saturday, Sunday, and go into Monday because their weather's going to change, and then it's going to stay cold for a little while. So we're trying to get them there, within the next day or two. Well, if I overnight it through UPS, it's like almost $300. If I overnight through USPS, it's almost $200.
Yeah.
Because it's not a very small box. I mean, we're shipping some fish now.
Yeah.
So I
Just call your air freight offices and check your prices, because they're gonna, the big problem with air freight is that both parties have to drive to go get it.
right.
Right. So you have to drive to the airport to drop them, and Bree's gonna have to drive to the airport.
It's not that far, but I don't know if theirs is. Mine's only like a 30-minute drive, and I don't mind doing it. If it'll save them $100 in shipping this sucker.
I'm pretty sure it will, but you'll have to call and find out.
Okay.
I just, once you cut out the middleman, because that's all you're doing really, is that UPS and those guys are going to use air freight too, but they're going to charge you for using air freight and then also for sending it and picking it up, right? So you're cutting out the middleman. You're just going straight to the direct.
You said Southwest cargoes. Yeah, I get it, Chewy. I know it's not like delivering it to their house, but Kenny, good morning. I think I said good morning, but I'm make sure I said good morning.
So we have had a
$50 to ship pounds of fish.
We had a horrible freaking fish loss this last couple of days.
No.
The freaking RO filter that we use, and we use it all the time and use it a lot. The carbon filter reached the end of its life, and I didn't know that it had reached the end of its life. So I ended up putting chlorinated water into 3 tanks and came back the next morning to find some dead fish that really just sucked. I lost some flower horns and I lost some convict cichlids, and the biggest loss is this dragon goby that struggled for, as soon as I realized what the hell was going on, I went and got water conditioner into all 3 tanks. But dragon goby just, I don't know, he struggled all day yesterday, and I wasn't here because I was working, and my wife and Liz did everything they could to possibly keep him alive, but he didn't make it. So
they're having an Aquashella in Dallas in October.
And I thought they were having one in either Florida or Texas
Chicago
in August.
No, Florida is June. But I knew there was one in Chicago, but I did not know there was one in Dallas. Because Dallas is a lot closer to me, but I don't know if ever, I want to go where all my people's going, so.
Well, let me know, Jess. I want to go.
Yeah, I've never been to, I did go to Disney World once, but that was so little, and we never went to the lake, to the ocean or anything like that, and I kind of want to do that too. It is fish or shit.
Orlando is freaking. I don't know if you've ever spent any time in Orlando, but Orlando is a lot of fun. There is so much stuff to do.
How far is it from you?
It is 2 hours and 10 minutes. I just checked it on the on GPS today.
It's 17 hours for me.
Yeah, that's quite a drive. That is quite a drive.
How much would it be? Well, if I fly though, I can't bring nothing back.
Yes, you can.
How?
Well, not a lot of stuff. You could bring back some shells.
Yeah.
You can bring back fish.
No, I'd have to have the fish shipped.
No?
No, I don't think you can bring them on the plane.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on with COVID lately. They don't let a lot of stuff on the plane that they used to let on.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I could put them in a box and ship them with me, but yeah. I don't know, that's going to be a lot to do, including, traveling and everything else. I don't know. I would almost just want to have them shipped later, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting there one way or the other.
I tell you what though, Orlando, plan a day that you're not going to be mucking around with fish, because Orlando is a lot of fun. There is stuff to do, and you don't have to spend the $300 to go to Disney. but there's a place there that does a Renaissance dinner.
Renaissance stuff is so much fun.
And it's a dinner. Basically, you go sit down. They feed you really, really well. There's this Renaissance play that, jousting, and
what they call that. Oh, what do they call that around here? Well, we don't have one in Louisiana. We have to go to Texas, and I can't think of what it's called, but I love going to those places because I love seeing the horses.
Yeah.
But
have you ever seen the Lipizan Stallions live?
I have.
Have you? Yeah, me too. They're cool.
They're born black. They are born solid black.
Are they?
They turn white, which is actually gray, but it's white.
Yeah. My only issue with the Lipizans is the way they train them is pretty rough. But they're beautiful. It's an incredible show too.
You're right, Chewy. I could ship the fish cargo and have them arrive the next day here in town. But by the time I got back in town, the fish would beat me to town. You saw that in the 60s? You went to Comic Con in Orlando 4 years ago, RB?
Yeah, that's fun too.
Like, there's so much I want to do when I go down there because I want to go down there and I want to do the Aquashella, and then I want to meet everybody. And then I know when you meet everybody, everybody goes out and they do things together. And like you said, tailgating and stuff like that. But then I want to go to the beach, and then I want to go collecting, and then I want to bring stuff back with me.
I just want to hang
out.
I
want to swim in the ocean.
I guess you just have to move to Florida, Jess, because that's all going to take a long time.
I know. I would love to live in Florida. God, I would love to live in Florida. But it's just too cold even where I'm at.
Yeah.
Although, other than the rain today, it feels pretty nice outside. I'm sporting my Fish Fam shirt with my
nice.
With the thing. Oh my God, y'all, this material is awesome. I don't know if it's the same for the t-shirts, but this is awesome. I love it. I love it.
Oh. What else is happening?
Oh, Chewy said there are a few Fish Fam members that you might meet at a Comic-Con. Sam Schultz, his brother, is a comic book artist. He's talking to Ricky, and he is a nature artist. Oh, they said Scott says that Dallas is in October 30th and 31st. Maybe I can hit both.
Right.
That's 2 months in between. In Dallas, I just go to one day because it's a 4-hour drive. I just do one.
Right.
Unless I went and just stayed one night. But I wouldn't have to stay there. Is it at the Gaylord?
Oh, phone ringing. Gotta mute it. Hold on.
All right. I guess Kev just dropped off. He had to go. I probably wasn't listening to him. My fish tanks and aquatics. Sam Schultz works in the aquarium industry. His art is around the American Cichlid Association a lot, and he has a YouTube page. Huh. I love that guy that's got his hand up waving. IHSP. Hey, JDR, you changed your icon, so I didn't even recognize you. Why don't you come up, Jen? Ooh, I never pinned the link. I put it up, but I didn't pin it. I'm doing that now. Come on. Hit that like button, you guys. I'm slacking on that. All right, link is pinned. Link is pinned. Did I miss Bateson? Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics. I hope you're doing well as well. You're lurking, you're on your knees, setting. Oh, ouch. No doubt. You grew up with Todd McFarlane. Well, good morning.
Hi there.
Oh, Ricky, you're watching the ducks this morning. Did the other ones come back? Or are they still gone next door?
Where did Mike go?
He had a phone call.
Okay. Hey, Jess, do you have any? Do you know how long it takes for chlorine to naturally gas out of water?
24 hours, depending on the depending on how strong it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that
if it's in the
like
sun.
the main reason why people age their water, or is it for temperature?
Yeah, well, it's for both. It's for chlorine. I know there's other reasons, but I don't know them. But I know the main one is chlorine. And then I know people do add other things, especially if they have to remineralize it. They let it set and kind of just mix or whatever.
Okay.
Because
do you do that?
Do what?
Do you age your water?
The only time I age my water is when I'm shipping, and I only do that sometimes, depending on if I remember to do it. I put stress coat in all of my water. When I mix up when my water comes out of my tap into my bucket right before it goes into the tank, it's full. I put stress coat in it,
Okay.
and that's what I do now. If I had a big bucket, I would age it a day if I knew I was doing water changes the next day. And when I get my RO unit, I will have water sitting in a bin ready to go, since you can only do like 50 gallons to 75 gallons a day, give or take, whichever one I get. So that will be in a trash can that'll age.
Okay.
But I mean, everybody says it is good to age water.
Yeah, I mean, what I found out about it is there's really no downside to it more than it takes up space.
Right.
Yeah, if you've got a big enough bin, it's great.
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
275-gallon totes are amazing. Those freaking water totes, because you can plumb a 2-inch pipe to the bottom of them and fill them from the top, and so the water just gushes out of them. So you don't like with a trash can, you've got to pump it out or siphon it out, but with those 275 gallon totes, you just open the valve and out it goes. The tote I have that turned into a canister filter, I bought it to store salt water. But
what are totes? I don't know what that means.
They're these big white things with a metal cage around them, and they use them for food service.
Oh, yeah, I think it's the same thing that Corey uses on a Crown Coke, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have to make sure they were used for water.
But you've got to make sure they were used for food product or water, like, because they also ship chemicals in them, and so puppy guys.
They're arguing.
I see they're arguing. I'm gonna mute for a second.
Okay.
Get over to Memo.
You did have 7 of them come back. Oh, good. Well, maybe they're just they're gonna go in between houses. They get more food that way. They'll be like chickens. They go and they come, and they go and they come. Yeah, if you have a way to age your water, I would. But if you don't, it's as long as you got the stress code, or you may not even need it if you're on a well water.
Wait, is stress code, is that the same as dechlorinators?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And do you add that into the water before you add it into the tank, or do you add tap water to your tank and then add the dechlorinator?
I add mine to the water before it goes in the tank.
Yeah,
but
so
I know a lot of people do not do that, especially people that use pythons. They do it, I believe, as the water's going into the tank. But I do it as I'm filling because I still have to do everything with 5-gallon buckets. And so.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No. Yeah, I had to do everything with 5-gallon buckets.
Stop it, Chet. Get a freaking python, or just a long freaking hose.
I had one and I had to take it back.
What happened to it?
I'm actually thinking about when I'm going to build my fish room that I'm going to put like 2 15 gallons or a 30-gallon tank way up high where I can just use for storage of water and store it for age it for 24 hours or something before I let it go into the tanks.
Great.
The only downside of that, if I have an empty tank with just water, I know I'm going to put fish in it. So.
Yep, that's a fact. Well, or snails or something. But
yeah, but I was thinking about maybe I could just keep it as a water reservoir, or keep some plants in it or something, because plants doesn't make water go bad, I believe.
That's true. That is
but
true.
If they rot or something, they might foul up the water. So I don't know.
I have never aged water. Like I will store salt water when I get another one of those bins. I'll store salt water just so I don't have to freaking make it every time I do a water change. But as far as
we had several tanks set up as hospital tanks, just left open.
Yeah, well,
we have fish.
Yeah, we always have 10 set up for hospital tanks, but we always end up with fish in them they came in for a rescue or they needed to be moved or whatever. So I never have freaking empty tanks. I've always got something in.
I actually have one tank that's empty right now. It's just a little 5-gallon, but I use it as a like a backup for quarantine in worst case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I say I don't have empty tanks, but that's not true. I've got 15 of them out stored in the backyard that are all empty, but
they're not filled.
I'm kind of curious, how many tanks do you guys got down there, Mike?
We have, I think we have 18 live and probably 20 or so that are not set up yet.
And then you have pools and stuff as well, right?
Well, yeah, that's counting the pools.
Okay.
The pools have become my drop all. So we lost a bunch of freaking flower horns because of this this filter incident, and so I cursed that, or I decided that tank is cursed, though it's really not the tank. But I had another loss in that tank a few months back, and it just, for some reason, that tank and I are not getting along right now. So all the flower horns went out to the pools. So now there's a bunch of new flower horns in the pools, and we got some Oscars in from a rescue, and they're in the pools, and so like the pools have kind of become a catch-all. There's a whole lot of fish in there now, and everybody gets along, so it's okay.
Aristotle, good morning.
Well, it's a cool thing you guys are doing. I mean,
Good turtle.
I had fish.
there's a lot of fish that just gets thrown away because people don't want it anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, hopefully we can rehome a lot of these too. We're kind of getting to a point where we're getting crowded, and it's time to start really looking for some homes for some of these guys. So,
Well, and we have the veterans program in our education.
and oh yeah, the veterans program is coming along too. We're talking to Mac, Mac Aquatics, who has knows an older fella that is a vet who used to keep fish and just hasn't in the last few years. And I'm waiting to hear back from them to find out if we're going to drive a tank up to Plant City and get them set up with a tank. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And the more
Stock them with some fish.
just stock them with fish, and the more of that stuff we can do, the more rotation we have too. So it works out for both of us. The veteran
Right.
gets a fish, and we get
once I can start our education program too.
Yeah.
But do you guys have any fish that you keep because you want to keep it? I mean, fish that you bought?
I have a cichlid tank that is my babies. I love all of them. They're
And our salt tanks.
and the salt tanks too. The salt tanks, nobody in the salt tanks is going anywhere, and nobody in the cichlid tanks are going anywhere, but everybody else is.
And my
What
puppers.
kind of cichlids is that?
What's that?
What kind of cichlids do you have?
It is a mixed bag, man. It is it's South American cichlids, it's African cichlids, it's Oscars, it's Dempsey's, it's flower horns, Texas cichlids. It's a mixed bag. It's just all the guys that have torn up my heartstrings since they've been here. So
Sounds like a big tank.
it's 150. It's 150, and it's starting to get a little bit crowded, but it's still got room. It's still got room for a few more guys. Oh, and then the wife's puffers. The puffers aren't going anywhere either because
Huh.
They're
But
no
like 150 gallons. How long is that tank?
7 feet, I guess.
7
Yeah,
feet.
7 or 8 feet.
Yeah.
Long
Okay.
enough to take up a wall that's kind of irritating.
Yeah. That's just about 2 meters. Yes.
Most of our tanks are like that though. They're all either 150, 140. 99,
we have a
120s.
400 that we're getting.
I've got a 400
Yeah.
that's sitting on the floor being as a table right now that I just haven't been able to get worked in. But
It's in the middle of the fish room.
in the middle of the fish room. So it's actually been a table for about 4 months now. But
Hey, it works.
yeah, it worked. It's
no,
fun.
it doesn't.
But yes, since the flower horn tank just got emptied, I now have room for it. And so I've got to move the flower horn tank, move over the koi tank a little bit, and get the stand in here, and then get the 400 up on it, which means I need 4 strong guys to come over and help me lift the stand tank up.
I just steamed up my.
It kind of seems like, doesn't it seem like bigger fish are more and more getting like popular in this hobby, like arowanas and flower horns and Oscars and stuff.
Well, you know, COVID has made the hobby grow tremendously. It's probably tripled in size since COVID because people are home, and so they feel like they can take this on a little bit more. And so I think a lot of people that wouldn't have considered being big fish keepers have gone, well, I'm here and I have time to tend to it, so maybe I'll do that now. And
just hope they stay in it.
Tanks aren't that expensive. So.
Hey, Jay Oliver Guppies and Aquatics says, Mike, I'm about to be expanding a rather large fish room, and maybe I can help you out with housing some rescued fish.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
That is awesome.
So Chubbs just let us know that he's starting a fish rescue up there now,
Heard.
Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And James.
James is starting one in North Carolina.
Wow.
So I mean, I am so excited that these rescues are popping up.
Yeah.
And And
we should all work
and
together.
we should definitely all work together. You know, I mean, if we're close enough to each other that we can move fish around, then we should definitely move fish around. You know,
Yeah.
there's you know,
Well, I'm
we're
sorry,
gonna
guys. I can't take any fish.
in the world's smallest fish room. Well, you know, I mean, you can just, you know what you really should do at the world's smallest fish room? Listen. Here's my that you said that room is what, 6 foot by 9 or something.
Wow, you remember that? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So you should just build that entire room as a tank.
Yeah,
All you do is
I was thinking about that, like doing a big inside pond.
Yep. Just do the whole room as a tank, and then you just open the door and feed them, and then you can close the door and get out.
Yeah.
You don't even need to go in there. Just, you know, unless you're going to swim in it, then you can swim in it.
That would actually be kind of cool, but wake up in the middle of the night and hear this big crack and all over this floor and everything.
Well, you know, do it right. Do it right so that doesn't happen. I actually have, okay, so our fish room is the other half of our house. We have a duplex, and we live on one side, and the other side is the fish room. And there's a bathroom over there that doesn't get used because the plumbing isn't right. And I have seriously considered turning that into a doorway aquarium. So the whole room is just full of fish, and the doorway is the viewing port, and that's it, just fish. And I'd have to figure out some way to get around.
Very cool.
Why do we need a bathroom over there?
You just go in the tank.
What's that?
You can just go in the tank.
Oh, Lord.
You just go in the tank.
Yeah.
That might not be right.
Is that an Oscar? No, that's a turd.
Yep.
That's a poo fish.
Jay Oliver's is in Arkansas.
Y'all Arkansas. Okay.
Mike. So.
Yeah. Well, if we ever get really reliable transportation, I'm not scared to drive, man. My Daewoo's probably not making it that far, but if we manage to get, you know, I've been looking for somebody to donate a box truck. You know, one of the great thing about being a 501c3 is that we can give a tax write-off if somebody, you know, donates something like a truck or a box truck or whatever. So I've been looking for a box truck because that way we can, you know, move big fish long distances without too much hassle. But, so far, that has not come to fruition. So.
An airline to go look up, and I don't remember which one it was. And I thought I wrote it down as I was doing it, but I can't find it down. Oh, Southwest Cargo. He's talking, ain't he? He tried to tell something.
Yeah, he's having meatballs. Yeah.
Oh man, I am still not awake yet. I have had a long freaking week already.
Oh, me too.
Hey, what's the temp over there, Mike?
It was 80 yesterday.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
No. That sounds hot.
Is that hot?
Full day.
It was actually a nice day. It was a nice day.
Bad yet. It was nice breezes. It was a beautiful spring day.
And
We
I
actually have a full, let's see, 40 degrees right now.
oh God, no, thank you. No thanks. I'll
Hey,
pass.
that's warm for being a spring over here. I was
You're
outside
like,
just-
that's warm. Yeah. Well, no, it's not warm for me. No thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I'm really hoping it stays at 80 for a little bit longer so I can turn the freaking heaters off on the pools outside because it's costing me a fortune.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
Jeffrey. Cool.
That's got to be like a really big expense when running that
It
many
is,
gallons of water.
It is. You know, the pump itself runs 24/7, but when you're running the heater, it just you watch that freaking electric meter just spin like a top.
Yeah. You can actually hear it.
Yeah.
But how many watts is the pump you use?
The pump is a pool pump. I don't know how many watts it is. It's a full blown, like clean your pool pump. Runs through a sand filter and then into the 275 gallon sump and then into a trash can and then finally out again.
Okay. And how many watts of heaters do you use?
It's a household water heater, so it's I'm not entirely. I don't know wattage on it, but it's 100-gallon household. The kind you heat your hot water for a shower.
Wow.
And
That's
it just
like 1,000 watts or 2,000 watts or
something like that. Yeah, and it just runs constantly because it's basically got a flow of water through it. And instead of like your household water heater is supposed to heat up water and then hold it at that temperature for a while so it turns off. Not around here. That thing just runs, as the water runs through it, the water runs in and out and warms it up by a couple of degrees each turn. So.
Yeah. Well, what are you running it at 80 degrees or something? 75?
Yeah, I keep right around 79, 80.
Okay.
And damn, it's stupid. I'll be really happy to turn that thing off in another couple of days, and hopefully it stays.
I understand.
But and then inside too, all the canister filters and all the bubbler and everything. It just and I try not to leave the lights on because they just burn electricity too. So I try to turn them off. But I've got a couple I have to keep on to keep plants alive. And I've got a couple that I have to keep on to keep corals alive. So there's always electricity running out of there too. And it's weird, like a year ago we were making good money. Well, no, 2 years ago we were making good money. Last year we were still making some money, and then this year has just been a big fat zero. So
making money on the fish?
No, I'm a programmer, so we were doing a lot of applications development and web design and that sort of stuff. But the last couple of years, COVID has just killed our business. That and a little bit of burnout. So, so we went from a pretty fair living to scraping pennies out of couches from time to time, So I'm sure it'll get better, but it's going to take some time and some effort, and most of my effort has gone into fish recently, which is not making any money. So I have to do a little bit of restructuring of my life to try and figure out how to fit in fish and programming, which both of them take a lot of time, and there's only one of me. So my wife and my niece help tremendously, but they can't do all of the stuff that needs to be done. And I need a cloning machine is what I need.
I mean, you have what did you say? You have 3,600 gallons of water or something. I mean, that's a lot of fish to take care of. A lot of water.
It is. And I've got it down to a science, so there's not it takes me about an hour every day to get everybody fed and make sure that the water is tested and make sure everybody's in good shape. And then I don't really have to be concerned about them so much anymore. But I'm also putting an awful lot of time into this YouTube thing because I want it to become a stable thing that we do. And so you really got to keep at it and, keep building it, keep promoting it, keep doing all that stuff, because I would like for it to become the way that the rescue stays alive rather than me busting my ass doing coding stuff to try and pay for it.
Yeah.
And
your wife does too.
Yes, and I already said that. Thank you.
Are you both into this equally, or?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she.
We both run the business.
And all three of us too. I mean, my niece, though begrudgingly sometimes, is very much involved and does stuff too. Oh, puppies.
It's the mailman.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna change rooms.
No, we ran the business, the tech business together, and we very much all three of us run the fish business.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we've always been a good partnership. We do everything together. So
yeah.
But,
My girlfriend isn't really into fish. She thinks it's fun to look at it for 2 minutes, but then she's like, okay, you can have your fish room if I can have my stuff. So, okay, fair deal. That's great.
Andre says, Mike, you might need to bring back the 5 a.m. shows for money.
nobody wants to see that anymore. I've decided to keep my clothes on. I'm sorry. Maybe next time, we'll get a pole installed in the fish room.
Oh, wow. People come over to look at fish and they're like, oh, what is that?
Ouch. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's just, it's just a matter of kind of moving stuff around until we find the right fit. Because right now it's kind of total chaos, but eventually it'll all snap into place. I think it usually does. It usually does. I have a lot of faith in fate. Fate kind of works stuff around. Oh, easy guys.
Stop.
Puppy fight.
What are they fighting over?
It's hard to tell. They're brothers, and they get at each other over stuff just to be brotherly.
No, that was Pepper Jug.
Oh, that was the parents.
Oh, by the way, this is where the ring used to be. You can see, huh?
I'm sorry, what was that? Oh man, that sucks, dude. That really sucks. I lost one once years ago, and and my wife lost one in a hotel room one time. We went down to Miami, and she just left it on the counter, and it wasn't until we were 100 miles away that she went, "Oh, hell, did I lose that?"
Yeah. Yeah, because the thing was, the feeling you get when you're, where's my ring? And you start feeling going through the pockets and the jacket, and I was like, okay, what did I do? And I was outside, I was collecting some rocks, and I had a stroller with me, and I was like, so I took the kid, and then we went outside again and tried to find it, but that's like impossible. I was outside like in the woods for half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I called my girlfriend and I said, I'd done a bad thing. And she was like, oh, first she thought, like, I don't know if I did something with a kid or something, but I told her that I lost the ring. And she was like, okay, it was only that. Okay, that's okay.
Right. You didn't lose the child. You just lost the ring. Everything's okay.
Yeah. And then afterwards, I was like, that was a pretty smart way to set it up. Say first, I've done a really bad thing, and she was like, "Oh no," and then it didn't seem that serious. But
Jess, I'm sorry, you're so patient with us. We're trying to read chat.
Y'all are doing good. Keep on.
I'm sorry. No, I can see it on your face. I can see it on your face, though. You're like, I got to read this chat.
I'm multitasking this morning, so y'all are doing a good job.
Right, giving you some space to get some stuff done.
In chat. Holly says, "Who's pole dancing?" I was feeding fish. Always miss the good stuff. Don't make me have nightmares tonight, Mike.
Listen, I can pole dance. I'll put on my short shorts.
Oh, wow.
Oh, visuals, they hurt. One, 2, 8, 7, 8.
You got a bird?
A bird?
Whistling.
Well, you have a bird whistling, or you were whistling?
I was whistling.
Oh, you were whistling. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. So we got turtles. You know, we have turtles now. Anybody want turtles? I got 2 turtles.
Is that something you thought you were going to have?
Yellow belly slider and a red ear slider, both of which are invasive species. Woo, woo.
Yep. Well, if they're native, are they can't themselves? Like you can't turn them loose since they're native.
Yeah, you can't turn them loose. They're
They're not native here. They're invasive.
well, they're native now because
Now they were invasive.
but still invasive. You know, they're native invasive is what they are, and you're supposed to catch them and kill them.
Okay.
But it's like you have a lot of wild plecos down in Florida as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Big ones.
We have all, you know, anything that's ever been released here is now here. Like nothing dies in Florida, so
Yeah.
you drop a
Yeah,
tilapia in the lake, now you've got 50 tilapia in the lake. Yeah.
Yeah. It gets to Florida and it's like, woohoo, got that pole.
Yeah. So, yeah, so there are lots of invasive species in Florida that are now, you know, semi-native, but unfortunately that knocks out a lot of the native species. You know, when you go in, if you go in a lake and go dipping with a net, you're just as likely to pull up an African cichlid as you are to pull up, you know, a gold-bellied guppy or something that, you know, is supposed to be here. So.
But you guys never have cold climate over there, right?
Well, we do sometimes. I mean, like this winter actually did have some pretty good cold snaps.
Yeah.
Enough that it would have definitely killed off fish held in captivity.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Yeah,
because I saw that on the news that a lot of places over in the United States had really, you know, really bad winters, like Texas and stuff, power outages.
Yeah, Texas had it bad, but I mean, part of Texas's problem was because they have this this thing their politicians have done where they have separated them from the rest of the nation's grid. So when their grid was overloaded, they had nowhere to go.
Oh.
Whereas the other states had these massive, you know, cold snaps, but they could hook into the rest of the nation's power grid. And were able to maintain. Texas couldn't do that, and everything in Texas just went down. So
not just Texas, it was Louisiana too.
Yeah, but you guys are on the national grid though. So
where we are right here is the same one as Texas.
Oh hell!
Go south, it's not, but up northwest Louisiana, yes, it is the same one.
Oh, okay.
And we did when they were doing making the calls to tell everybody they were doing the rolling blackouts. We got that call.
Oh, that sucks.
But do you guys have, like, for example, your cars? Do you have like laws that says you have to have winter tires and summer tires?
I don't think there are any about tires, but there are laws about emissions. You know, we have certain emissions regulations, but.
Okay, because we have that here in Sweden. We have to have specific winter tires from the 1st of December to the 31st of March.
That's actually not a bad law, but I don't think we actually have that law though. I think that's just kind of.
We need that because we not so much here where I live. I live in a city called Gothenburg, but if you go up north, I mean. That's really, there's like snow, half of the year is snow and half of the year is, you know, not. So you really
I have this vision of Sweden that it's just always snow. Like,
yeah,
my perception of it is that you guys don't even have a summer.
Well, we do, but that depends on what part of the land. If you're in the northern parts, we actually went there last winter. We went above the Arctic Circle. And then there's snow from about, say, to October until mid-April.
Right.
We're talking a lot of snow. But where I live, we don't have snow more than maybe a couple of weeks tops.
Oh, well, that's nice.
So it's pretty good down here. But up north, well, if you like snow, okay.
Yeah, I don't like snow. I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan. Actually, I like snow. I like snow in very short increments. Like, if I can travel up somewhere where it's snowing and go make a snowman, throw a snowball at my son, and come back to the summer, then I'm great.
Exactly.
But I don't want to hang out in it. I don't want to have to scrape my car. I don't want to. I lived in Kansas City for 5 years, and Kansas City gets some nasty freaking weather. So, like,
Kansas, is that like northwest or middle?
Kansas City, it is the middle of the country. It is, it's right smack in the middle where the Dust Bowl occurred. So it's all flat land, and when it snows there, you get blizzards like all the freaking time, and it just covers everything, and you're fighting to get from point A to point B, and it's just freaking nasty. I don't like it at all. And that was 5 or I guess 6 years of hell, and we'll never see it.
It's kind of blows my mind away how big the United States, how big the country is, and how many zones you guys live in. Like down south, like really hot, and up north, super winter. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a third of a continent. It's a pretty big freaking country.
I mean, how many people are you guys over? 350 million or something?
Something along that line. Yeah, a lot.
I think we're around 10 million here in Sweden, so we're like a small state or something.
Yeah, you're like one of our states. You're like North Carolina or something. Yeah. Yep.
Well, I've actually been to the United States once. In 2019, we went to Hawaii, but I don't know if that really counts as the United States.
It counts. We acknowledge Hawaii. Hawaii is part of us.
Yeah.
I have an uncle and some cousins that live in Hawaii, and it's freaking beautiful.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Well, we actually planned on going to the mainland, or what do you call it, United States. Like actually plan on going to Florida and do drive through, but we had to cancel that due to COVID.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Man, this freaking virus has got to go. We're still dealing with this for at least another year, though, right? It's not just going. At least. I mean, it's great that we have some vaccines and stuff, but it ain't going.
Yeah.
Still hanging around, and we've got new strains of it, and yeah. Hey, what is he doing? He's hanging out. Is he being weird? Hold on, I gotta check a puffer. I got a puffer doing weird stuff. What are you doing, buddy? He's all puffed up and hanging out weird. What are you doing, Tom?
What stressed you out?
I don't know.
Probably you.
I didn't stress him out.
Quit stressing out my puffers.
I'm way over here. I had nothing to do with it.
Quit stressing my puffers.
He is being weird, though. Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
It is. He didn't make it. Yeah, he didn't make it. I know. Sometimes you don't make it. Sometimes you just don't make it.
He felt really
Got another one? We might need to do a water change. We might need to do a water change. It was nice and crystal clear, but that doesn't mean anything.
Puppies mostly?
Who? Me?
You, Jess.
Yeah, right now that's mainly what I have is guppies. Yeah.
And then, how many fish do you sell a week or a month?
It's random. It's random. Like I may sell a whole bunch this week and none next week. It just depends.
Okay. But do you like buy and sell, or do you try to breed and sell?
All I do is breed.
Okay.
I breed and sell what I breed. I don't import anything.
Okay.
Good morning, Mary Page.
Do you have to call a lot?
Do what?
Do you have to call?
I do. Yes,
Okay.
Hey, Jesse. Jess, you raise cherry shrimp, don't you?
I do.
Okay. Is your population starting to come back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of babies that survived and a bunch of it hit when it went down, it hit me hard, but I still had a bunch. So I'm still good. Like I just say what Geek Boy or who's it? No. Jeffrey Watts. And they should be there like any minute. I shipped them yesterday and shipped them to Houston. So he said that they'd be there very shortly. So they're like 3 red lights away. So he probably has them now. But I sent him a whole bunch yesterday. But
Okay.
I still have some.
My niece is over here rubbing her hands greedily because she wants some cherry shrimp.
Yeah.
She's been talking about it for about a week. So
I got plenty.
Okay.
Yeah, the next we get in here, we're gonna probably order some.
Yeah, next time Liz gets paid, she's probably gonna order some from me. She's been wanting to put up a cherry.
I got a few blue I can let go. I can't let go like 10 of them, but I can let go a few of the blues.
Ooh.
I found a red really last night. I was so excited. He's a pretty red really too.
Yeah.
How long does it take for a shrimp colony to start breeding? It depends. It depends on if you buy a berried female or not, Holly. If you buy a berried female, then you've got a berried female. She's going to drop the babies within a month. And if you don't, and you buy just males and females, then usually about a month. So
yeah, I've got a big plywood crate outside and some styrofoam that I'm going to glue inside of it to make a makeshift outdoor plywood tank that I want to breed shrimp in for feeding. So
I think a big colony of my whichever shrimp I choose outside and put in one of my summer tubs, they grow so fast out there. I mean, you would think they'd be fragile, but they're not. I mean, they're not outside.
Right. Well, shrimp are tough guys. They're they're food for everything, so they're built to kind of go through it. So and where I've got this tub, they'll be just fine. They're underneath some trees, so they won't get direct sunlight, but they'll get offset sunlight, and it'll never get too hot or too cold. They'll be great.
Yeah.
And I just want to let them go. Just literally just throw 30 shrimp in there and wait until there's 1,000 of them so I can just start feeding them.
Yeah.
And the cherry shrimp are the best for feeding cichlids too, because they give off that red tannin that colors them up. So
wow.
I know you're like, but I love my shrimp, and I'm like, but they're food.
No, I don't mind. Yeah, no. I mean, I use them as my culls. I let my culls breed to feed and grow up beta fry because that is like the best.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like, God, it's really good. So no, I understand. I get it. I use them as that too. I don't use my nice ones, but I use my culls. I let them breed out and feed the whatever. Whether it's the crabenzas or the betas or the angels, they love them.
Yeah.
The goldfish, they were so funny to watch them eat. Those scud and those water fleas that I had in one of those tanks. Oh my gosh, they were like those little bodies doing that, scurrying around trying to catch those bugs was so funny.
Right.
I laughed and laughed and laughed just because they looked funny doing it.
Did the goldfish make it, or did the goldfish not make it?
Yeah, I've got 4 that made it. Yeah, 4 made it.
All right.
And I moved them to the 38 yesterday or day before yesterday. And then last night I decided to move my 3 little panda cory, longfin panda cories. I went ahead and moved them over there as well. They were so unhappy in this tank, but now they're like totally different fish.
Okay. I got sorry. I just remembered something when you said Corey's. So I got an email this morning from a woman who's got a rescue down in Broward County, which is Miami, or Fort Lauderdale, which is way too far for us to go. But it's or at least for this particular rescue. But it's a tank. It's a 40-gallon tank and stand and all the accoutrements and some Corys and some barbs and a bunch of other little fish, and they're free to anybody who wants them. If somebody is down there that way listening and would like to go pick them up, give me a shout and I will get the address so you can go get them.
Yeah. Does anybody in the fish fam live down your way?
Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, there's a few of them here and there, but there's not a lot. Like most of them are up in the Panhandle. Like Catfish Terry is up that way. Furlough is up that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there actually probably are some down that way, but I don't know if they are.
Some diaper duties here. So.
Do what?
We have to change some diapers.
Ah.
Have fun with that.
Okay. Take care. Have a good one.
See you later.
Thanks for coming up, man.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
See you, man.
All right. What did she say, Jess? Jess, are you available to call in 20 minutes or will you be streaming? No, I'm probably not going to stream too much longer this morning, so I can get y'all's freight figured out and we can get that done. Plus, I didn't get much sleep, so I'm going to take a nap at some point. But so yeah, Bree. Yes. Well, in fact, I'll be an hour and a half in 11 minutes, so I'll shut it down then. And I mean, later if I come back up, I can come back up. You know, it's not like. Yeah,
and Brianne,
it's going anywhere.
Brianne, I never heard back from you from our email either. If you want to give me a call, let's chat. Maybe I can work something out that fits into what it is you're trying to do.
There you go. Don't know what that is, but there you go.
I think Bree wants to build a website, and I shot her back our regular. I think Brianne wants to build a website, and I shot her back what our regular prices are. But you know, we might be able to work something out to fit into a little bit.
She's Fish Family. We can work.
She's Fish Fam. We'll work something out. I'm going to be building a website for Aquafunk as well.
Okay.
Jason at Aquafunk. So, yeah. Oh, I got a lot of tech stuff to do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do. No, I just want a damn phone number.
Rescue and take, and it's for the fisher.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
There it is. I finally found the phone number to the freaking airport.
Yeah, I don't think it's the airport you want to call. There, just like if I type in air freight near me in Google, it brings up all the little places around the airport that are air freight.
What?
Air freight near me.
Okay, hang on. Air. Well, I thought I did that air.
And I'm not even near the big airport. I'm near we have a little Sarasota International Airport is like a little sidebar airport where certain flights come into. And they have like 5 offices down there for air freight.
You know, I'm going to Google. I don't know what the heck this is.
And then Lakeland too, which is a teeny tiny private airport, but they have a lot of air freight that comes in and out of there.
Well, Tampa's covered with them, but I'm not going to drive all the way to Tampa to ship something when I can drive to Sarasota.
And I thought only they had it for
Right. Yeah. No, there's all the little airports.
Yeah, the little airports thrive on air freight.
Yeah.
That's how they stay in business. So yeah.
Because they don't have as many people.
There's this instant air freight quotes for no, that's not it.
There are brokers. Don't call the brokers. The brokers want to charge you an extra,
Percentage.
So airfreight.com, Coyote, www.coyote.com, get a free quote, shipping, coyote logistics. And then it shows.
No, that's a broker. That's a broker.
Oh, well, you got FedEx, Forward Air. Forward Air. Well, that's Jackson, Texas.
All of the airlines have an air freight office. Like Delta has an air freight office, and like each one of the each airline has their own air freight office. Wow. Can you puppies? Hold on, I'm changing the rooms. I got too much noise going on. They're all freaking out because of the mailman.
Really, Chewy? Search Southwest Cargo Freight near you. Southwest Cargo Freight.
I mean, at Sarasota International Airport, there's like 6 of them. So they're not hard to find here. I don't know about there, but I mean, I searched it just, and 30 seconds later, I had a whole bunch of different places to check into.
Old Dominion. Here we go. Old Dominion Freight Line. But how do I know that it's air? Shreveport Regional Airport. AFS Logistics.
Yeah, logistics is always going to be a middleman.
UPS Freight. UPS is not air, though.
Andre Ellis says he was looking at Delta Cargo directly. In fact, I think there is a Delta Cargo website, and I think there's one for, for each of the airlines as well. It is literally like if you call Delta directly and say, "Excuse me, where's your air freight office local to me?" They'll tell you. But like I said, I didn't have any trouble finding them on Google. So
yeah, Southwest Freight Lines
there you go.
website. Click on the state in the map. Tell me what you do. Shipping, tools, resources, technology, services. National full logistic. No. Freaking. No, I don't. Trucking. That's trucking. That's not air.
Yeah, you don't want trucking. Hold on. Let me see if I can locate for you. What airport is it that's close to you?
Shreveport Regional Airport.
Shreveport. Okay, hold on. Where is my other browser? I'm on my phone, so.
Never trust Bing, no doubt. I know Jay Oliver's probably already long gone, but bye, Jay Oliver. Hey, Buffett.
Oh my God, slow.
I thought that the best person for you to talk to about standards and guppies as well, he is the current president of the Federation of Aquarium Societies. Ooh. Ooh, that's so cool, Chewy. Yeah, no, that's fine, Andre. I mean, well, I'm only going to really be going for about another 3 minutes. So, I mean, it's up to you if it's worth it or not. But
I will be doing Life After Jess in an hour.
Cool.
I will.
Well, there you go.
Air cargo operations, Shreveport Regional Airport has 2 air cargo buildings in the certified industrial park known as Air Cargo West. Air cargo operations, daily service through FedEx, UPS, operating Airbus, wide body, and Boeing aircraft, and regional cargo carrier Mountain Air Cargo. Shreveport Regional Airport is located near 2 major interstates, blah, blah, blah. Air Cargo West Complex is what you're looking for.
Okay.
To handle this growth, Shreveport Airport Authority has 2 air cargo buildings in the certified industrial park known as Air Cargo West.
Hey, still in ya?
Hey, man, what's up, Jess?
Hey, Bob. Good morning.
Where am I? I thought I was in Carver Family Stream.
Ha!
They put down the wrong link. They put down the wrong link to StreamYard.
Came in this one, haha. Where
Hey,
you were
good
meant to
morning.
be.
I'm over here fishing again.
Are you really? You
Yeah, I'm in a
lucky
different
duck.
location.
How cold is it?
It's nice out here. I'm about to have to start peeling things off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gonna get up to like 74 degrees today.
Wow, that's awesome. That's
Fish are
awesome. His name is Bill Gill. He was one of the founding directors of the IGES, along with Philip Shatrick. Oh, Mike, is that a regular stream that you want to add to the Fish Tubers notifications? Yeah.
Yep.
Let's
Yeah.
see. What's up, Ass? Good morning. I'm saying good morning. Good afternoon to everyone.
It's still morning where I'm at for an hour.
No, it's 2 hours. It's 2 o'clock
not.
over here. Oh no,
It
it's
feels
12
like
o'clock.
morning right now.
Right?
It's not, but it feels like morning. I've got a phone number for you, Jess. It is
Okay.
318-673-5370. That's the Shreveport Airport Authority Management. They will tell you where the air freight is and who to go talk to and
Okay.
that stuff.
All right. Shreveport Airport Authority Management.
Yeah,
Oh.
they'll know where to tell you to go.
Hey, Mike, I ain't even say what's up to you.
What's up? How you doing, man?
Hey, let me get off of here. Let me get to Carver, man. Let her
Go
know.
have fun.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Later.
Thank you all for being you. Smile off to see you.
That's so funny. I popped in the wrong stream.
I popped in the wrong stream. I pushed the wrong button.
I pushed that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Pushed the wrong
I
button.
didn't see that happen, but I heard it or heard about it
Yes.
later.
Yes, so happened. I was trying to show off on my phone, and when I was going to get off of my phone, I ended up hitting in the stream instead of just backing out on my phone. Hey, Auntie, good morning.
How's it going?
What's up, man?
God, that is loud.
Mike's loud.
I am loud. That is.
You have to tone it down when we come up on screen.
I'm loud because I'm deaf. I have to scream this loud just to hear myself.
My fiance's working from home, and I got her a headset just because she was blowing my ears off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why Shreveport is so difficult about shipping air, trying to find somewhere to ship by air.
I don't know. So they seem to have a lot of it going on. They just seem to. It's in the commercial space, so it's harder. It's not put out there so that you and I can easily find it. It's out there for big companies to find it, and they have employees that they pay to go do that stuff. So.
All right, Holly, you have a good one, girl. My parents yell into the phone, and I have to remind them that it's not the 1990 and everyone can hear you. My husband's always telling me, I'm right here. You don't have to holler. Like, it's just my voice. That is just me. I just talk loud.
Yeah. I have had Heather actually come into a room with freaking earplugs stuck in her ears to remind me to shut up.
Yep.
My grandma used to be
I
the
know
one.
you just got up here, man, but I wasn't gonna stay up too much longer.
Well, I didn't know if I should believe you because you always say you're
I
coming.
know, right? I do. You're so right. You're so right. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
You just called her bluff, man.
He did. He called my bluff. That's right. But I am going to this morning. I've got to get this, see if I can get this shipment out to Bree, and so I've got to make some phone calls and see if we can get it overnighted for the cheapest price. So that's going to take me a minute to do. So I'm gonna keep it short today. But then Mike's going in an hour, so
I actually plan on going in 2 hours, but I might wing back in an hour. Just it depends. I've still got some stuff I have to do, and if I get it done, then I'll pop up in an hour. And if I can't, then it'll be 2 hours.
right. There you go. There you go. Bob says, Mike, just post a comment on the schedule for the title and the time and the days. So go to the Facebook page and you know how to do it.
Yep, we'll do. We'll do.
Right. Sounds good. All right, you guys. Well, I am going to call it today. Let's see. Today's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Today is Thursday.
So I'll be back in the morning.
Okay.
And then I'll be in lurking everywhere.
Yeah, we'll find you lurking like you do.
That's right. You know you will.
All right. See ya.
I love you guys.
See you later, Andre.
See you later.